All right, here we go. So, hi guys. What I want to do here is like a really quick, not quick, but pretty basic kind of guide to get you at least onto Canvas. So if you're already on Canvas and you're using it and all that kind of stuff, you probably really don't need to watch this. But if you're not, and I know that there are just some faculty that don't use it, which is fine. But now we're kind of obviously in a different scenario. So I am recording my voice and my desktop or my laptop here at the same time. So I want to kind of walk step by step through everything in order to get on to Canvas and be kind of effective on Canvas. So I am logging on to the Fresno City College website. I'm going to click on faculty and staff. I'm going to scroll that down a little bit and go to my portal. Then I'm going to go right here where it says sign in. I'm going to click that. My username and password are already in there, the same as your email. So that is my username. There's my password. Make sure that you have marked employee here as opposed to student, because obviously you are employees and not students, and it won't let you log in if you have the wrong button pushed. So log in. Again, most of you already know this, but that's okay. But now we come to my portal, which kind of gives me some other options. I can log on to WebAdvisor, I can check my email, but right now I want to go to Canvas. So it's one of my favorite apps right here. So up here where it says dashboard, next to it says apps catalog. If Canvas does not automatically pop up for you, you have an apps catalog that you can click on, and then you click on Canvas and you can make it one of your favorites. Okay, so, but I'm going to go back here to where I was, dashboard. I'm going to click on Canvas, and all the classes that I'm currently teaching should pop up, and they did. And I've renamed some of mine, but you can see here I have Crim 20. This one's on campus. Crim 20, this one happens to be an online class. Ignore my to-do list. I have all kinds of stuff to read, but I'm gonna show you a little bit about, just generally speaking, how to get stuff onto Canvas. Obviously over here you have some other little icons, I guess is what they're called. But I'm gonna click onto this Crim 20 just to show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna open the class. And it looks like this. You'll see right here the red headings that I'm kind of scrolling down here. There's different areas where you can post things. For example, syllabus. You'll see syllabus is marked here. I've uploaded the syllabus, and you can see it comes up on the face sheet because I thought that was the most important thing for the students to have and to keep in mind. So the syllabus pops up for me. You can have this look different. You can have announcements come up first. You can have discussions come up first, whatever. I don't think it's really important what pops up first. So for me, I would just leave it with what it is because it's not something that needs to be changed right now. So your students want to know what the heck is going on. So what you can do in order to contact all of your students at the same time is do an announcement. So I'm clicking on announcements, and you're going to see some announcements that I've made. I did, let's see, first and foremost, as soon as we got that notice on March 13th here, I posted the press release for my students so they could all read it. Then I, again, posted a different message. I'm going to show you how to do a new message too, but a different message, basically giving the students some more information. Obviously, the more information, the better, as far as I'm concerned. So I tried to keep them really updated by posting stuff every day. I also did a video of myself, which is kind of annoying, I know, but I think the students sometimes learn better that way. So you just click on this, and the students are going to see a video of me telling them what's going on. Okay? So that's my video, and I posted that, I don't know, a couple days ago, hoping that the students wouldn't completely panic. I just keep clicking on announcements to go back. This was an update that I posted yesterday. Hey guys, as of today, blah, 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 campus is closed. I think this is a really good idea that you post something like this to all your classes so they know not to come on campus at all. Because the first directive was that that the services would still be open, library, RAM pantry, all that kind of stuff. Well, obviously things changed drastically yesterday. So right now, it's going to be a really good idea to let your students know that the campus is closed. I'm going to go, I keep clicking just back on announcements. If I wanted to add a new announcement, obviously this program is pretty user-friendly because I'm thinking you look at this and you're like, I think that's add an announcement, and it is. I clicked on that. I can title this whatever I want. This week, okay? There's going to be my title. And let's say I want to tell my students, please read chapter 3 and respond to the discussion question no later than Friday at midnight. Okay, I'm making this up obviously, but just kind of scroll down a little bit, and if I hit save right here, that message will post for my students to see. Okay, and it goes out to all of them. There are other ways to do this. You can send them all a message by this inbox. Again, I think we should really try and make this as easy as possible. So I'm going to show you how to do just this for now. If there's a later date when we have a lot of time to prepare, we can talk about other things. But for right now, I think this is probably the best way to go. So I've told you how to open Canvas, get into your classroom, and post something, an announcement at least. Okay. I'm going to leave because I don't want to post that. So I'm going back home. So I'm still in Crim 20 on campus. This is my in-person intro to corrections class. So you see up here, I just clicked on home and I showed you what announcements looks like. Assignments is another tab, and I'm going to, again, we're doing a brief tutorial here, but assignments can be anything. Like these are the assignments that my students have already completed, have already had to do. If I want to add an assignment, I can use this little add. But for purposes of most of our quizzes and things like that, add assignment is probably better because it gives you more options. But again, we'll talk more about that later. Canvas is also really good about keeping track of grades, all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to, well, no, let's keep going. I'm going to pause here, but let's not. Okay, so a lot of what I am going to do is have students read chapters, listen to my PowerPoint videos that are going to be a lot like this video that I'm doing for you right now, which is just an audio recording of me. And then I'm going to have them post discussion. I'm going to post discussion questions like, did you see I just clicked on discussion? Okay, so I clicked on discussion. It came to this. I want to add a discussion. Week 9 DQ for discussion question. Okay, that's just going to be my heading. What do you know about, the coronavirus? This is obviously not a question I would really be asking them, but let's say I wanted to start a discussion here. So I asked my question, I typed it in here, okay, and I'm scrolling down. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff up to this attachment spot. But a lot of times students will not, students will copy from others if they're allowed to just read all the discussion and not actually think about the topic. So I typically am going to mark this little box here. So they have to reply before they can see what the other students have said. And then they can all, once you've replied, you can see everything. And then for me, I use this as a way to keep track of attendance / participation in my online classes. So every week I give them a discussion question and they have to respond, and they get 10 points if they respond. So I'm going to put graded. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to mess with this, but I told you that I give them 10 points. So I put a 10 in here for possible points. I'm going to leave all the rest of this alone. When is the due date? I said Friday at midnight. So I'm sorry, I clicked on the little calendar here. That's my due date. And I want this to lock as of March 20th at 11:59. So I'm going to click on this to lock it at that time. And I want it available from right now. Or if I want it available from tomorrow, I'm going to put tomorrow at 12 a.m. And you can see you can adjust the time here in this area, but let's just say I want to make it available for now. I'm going to scroll back up here. Week 9 DQ, what do you know about the coronavirus? Users must post before seeing replies, and it is graded. This is just the way I do it. You don't have to mark either of these two things if you don't want these to be graded. That's okay, but that's the way I do it. And points possible, like I said, is 10. It's assigned to everyone. It's due March 20th. It locks they can no longer post as of March 20th at midnight, and it's available as of right now. I'm not going to click it because I don't want to do this, but I would click right here, save and publish, and that would go live immediately. And the students would have the opportunity to read my question and respond. Okay. I'm going to get out of that because I don't want to do it. I want to show you an example of discussion questions too. So I'm going to move back to my actual online class, which is this one. And I'm going to go to discussion. So let me just show you an example of what one of my discussion questions actually looks like. Let's go to my active one that's for this week. I don't even remember what my question is, but we're going to soon find out, I think. I'm clicking on this. Oh, I had them read an article about the coronavirus and the fact that some of the courts were giving people like really screaming deals on their plea bargains because they wanted to get them the heck out of the courtrooms. So anyways, I said read the following article, comments and thoughts. So I gave them a link to the article, and then they respond. So this girl put that in the wrong area, but that's okay. So you can see that they have all their responses here. I don't make them respond to each other's responses, but some people do. Like this girl right here, that's kind of weak. She knows that I don't like one sentence responses, so she might not get the full 10 points. But so you can see how and I can respond to any of them also. You can see a little reply button if I want to say great job. Oops. Great job. I can do that. I don't even know what she wrote yet, but I'm going to give it to her anyways. I'm sure it was great. So now you can see that I responded to her. Great response. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. How to track them to make sure they've actually done it. You'll see I just clicked on the thing that says grades. This is going to get overwhelming because there's a lot of grades in here because this is an active online class. But this is discussion question 9. And so you can see I already put 10 points in for everybody who has responded to it. It's not due yet, so you'll see that there's, this is what it looks like when someone has responded and I haven't graded it yet. Okay, discussion questions. Again, I'm kind of jumping around here, but we're going to click on that. And I'm going to click on this little arrow. Speed grader is going to pop up right over here. I'm going to click speed grader. And there is her response. And I think it's fabulous. So I'm going to give her 10 points and submit it. Okay. I think I'm going to take a break here because we're almost 15 minutes in, and I'm going to organize my thoughts a little bit. So I'm going to start another video in a few minutes.